frozen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrap this up. Let's go. It's so
I gotta come back out and book. I'll get video okay with that. It's
My
crazy.
hair is like, it's frozen right
Holy
now.
moly.
Just before Christmas, we welcomed the winter solstice and got hit with a brutal winter storm. Temperatures dropped into the negatives and stayed there for days. I was worried about the goats since it was their first winter. They're trying to stay warm underneath the lamp. I don't blame them. It is so cold. Hi, guys. Oh, they're all huddled together. Hi, sweetie. Hey. We had issues with their solar fence not working, which is how we keep them safe from predators at night. So, as you guys know, we keep our goats and our chickens protected at night. They are secured with a electric solar-powered fence. However, we were having some issues with the goats' solar charger not making it through the whole night. We noticed that the red light was flashing on it for a few nights in a row because it just wasn't getting enough charge during the day, and with all the ice that was on it that we were trying to get off with the blow dryer to melt that, we had of course concerns. And there was a night when I was sleeping, and early in the morning, about 4 a.m., I heard the sound of coyotes and a loud screaming noise from an animal. And I leaped up thinking that it might have been the goats, and I was just terrified. In that moment of panic, ran outside on the deck of our house, and I just screamed at the top of my lungs, really loud, 3 times in a row, just to scare away the coyotes and whatever else was potentially out there doing harm. And my husband, he ran outside as well, barefoot in the ice and snow with the shotgun to make sure if he had to address any issues with the predator that he would do that. But honestly, I went outside very quickly as well, checked on the goats. They were fine. So I don't know what happened to what animal outside early that morning. It did not sound good. But luckily the goats were protected. I scared my daughter to death. She was sleeping upstairs. She heard me screaming and heard all the commotion. She came running down the stairs as well and thought that something had happened to us. So it was quite interesting. That was, I think, just before Christmas, the day before Christmas. This is the time of year when food is scarce and everything is still. The wild animals have a harder time finding food, and it feels as though the natural world around me is sleeping. There's a stillness in the air. I can't help but wonder how that same stillness and lack of food relates to our own bodies and its natural rhythms. Nature always shows us what we need to be healthy and well, through the plants, trees, animals, and birds. During the spring and summer, when life around us explodes with energy, vibrant green plants, and so much color, it's as though Mother Earth herself has prepared for us a feast. Every living creature is buzzing from all the abundance. But when fall and winter come, and there is less food and less light, it is a time to take in less, to slow down, to give our energy and bodies a chance to cleanse and restore. So that's what I did these past few weeks. I took some time off, put down the computer and my phone, spent time with family, walked the trails, and baked pies and cookies. It was nice to step outside of my routine and slow everything down. It gave me a chance to think about what I want to do differently as I head into the new year. Last year was my second year with the garden. I planted over 20 fruit and nut trees, berry bushes, and tried growing new varieties of vegetables and medicinal herbs. I had some success, but many failures too. This year, I'm getting clear about what I want to grow, focusing only on the things I love to grow and eat. I also want to direct sow more instead of starting my plants early in the greenhouse. I find that when I direct sow the seeds into the earth, the plants seem to grow much bigger, stronger, and even taste better. I had less pest problems on those plants than the ones I started early indoors and transplanted. It's almost as though the earth and the seed develop an immediate connection, an energetic bond that is then nurtured as the earth and microorganisms work together to help that seed grow. It's a symbiotic relationship that feels more natural to me, as opposed to starting seeds early, just so that I can trick time to enjoy them longer in the season. I'm also going to add more diversity in my garden, planting more flowers, medicinal herbs, and other plants throughout my entire garden. I noticed last season that the more diverse beds I had, the less pest problems I had, and the plants were healthier too. This year, I plan to turn my focus onto the garden, growing my own food and botanicals, instead of spreading myself too thin, adding too many other projects or interests, like beekeeping. This year is going to be all about the food forest, exploring new ways to make it bigger and better. And much of that begins with the soil. I'll be testing my soil this year to see what it may be lacking as far as nutrients go, and what I may need to add to improve it. It's a new year with a new set of challenges and new ideas to explore. I'm excited to start my planning and get my hands dirty again. Spring can't come soon enough.